What's up, Croga? All right. So we haven't done one of these in a while, but I'm gonna get you a fast times here. This is gonna be episode 178. It is January 23rd here. So here we go. I have a lot of stuff for you guys. So hopefully this is some exciting news for you. So first thing is, unfortunately, on a sadder note, Julia is going to be leaving us. She's going back to Boston here. She got her dream job. So congratulations, Julia, for that. But unfortunately, that means that we are not going to be seeing her very much anymore. So just so you guys are aware, her last day coaching will be Friday at 5:30 p.m. And then her last day working out will be, her last class working out will be 8 a.m. on Saturday. She created the workout for that one, so we can send her off on her own little workout there. Should be a lot of fun. I'll be there coaching, so I'll see her and hopefully a bunch of you guys as well. So come say bye to her and a little celebration of what she's done for us at the gym. We really appreciate everything that she's done. So bye, Julia. We'll see you later down the road. And we wish you, of course, the best of luck out in Boston. So make sure you guys carve out some time for seeing her on one of those times. Moving into some members corner, we have a good amount of new members that are showing up. As you guys know, when I say this all the time in class, please just make them feel welcome. Not everyone is very comfortable coming into the gym for the first time, especially for people coming in and they like see our community and they're all talking and everything like that. We just want to make sure that they feel included. So make sure that you also just go over and introduce yourself. It is also your gym. So please, if someone's in there, you don't know who they are, just go say, hey, what's up, and introduce yourself. If you guys haven't met them already, we're going to have most of our newer people are going to be in the morning, but you might see them at night as well. We have Crystal and Kathleen, we have Ian and Bella, and we have Lupita. You'll see them around most likely in the mornings, but sometimes you'll see them maybe 3:30, 4:30, 5:30. So you'll also see some members that we used to have. So if you haven't seen someone for a long time, you see them in there all of a sudden, just say, hey, what's up? Welcome back. So again, always very, very nice to all of our newer members. And a reminder, guys, that we have a referral program that's always in service. We have $100 for anyone that joins the gym and you referred them, friends or family. And then you get a little bonus gift. If it is a family member, you will get a 15% discount for them, especially if they are, or if they're in the same household as you. So any family member, 15% on discount for you and them. And you get $100 for them joining. So just a little bonus there. Okay. Moving into some of the events that we have going on. I know you guys hear this all the time, but we're going to go over it again, of course. I want to make sure you guys are always up to date on all the events we're going to do. This weekend we have our DECA that Joe is running. It's not at Croga. It is at CrossFit Fremont, I think, and Joe is going to be hosting it. Nick is going to be doing some coaching. I know a couple members are already pumped on going, and they already signed up. So if you're interested, QR code on the whiteboard, or you can always just reach out to me or Joe, and we can get you all set up. We also have the High Rocks that a bunch of people are doing, but also there's a good amount of people just coming to hang out. And that's going to be not this weekend coming up, but the weekend after, basically February 1st, 2nd. So that's going to be in Vegas. So that's kind of a big trip. But if you wanted to go, we got a group of people going on, and you can go into the Facebook group and they have some communication going back and forth there. If you're interested in a little golf scramble, Johnny came back in and gave us a date, February 22nd. So if you're interested, throw your name up on the board at the gym there so that we know to let you know where we're going and all that good stuff. Coming up here too, I'm going to be posting a sheet of all the events for the coming year. So then if you're interested in any of it, you guys can just add it to your own calendar and make sure that we don't make plans during those times. So I'll hopefully be getting that up by early next week. That is in the process of being done. So we have a bunch of events coming up. I think the next event outside of the DECA High Rocks and Golf is going to be Murph, I think, in May. And then Bourbon and Barbells going to be, Bourbon and Barbells, I think, in April. And then Murph in May. So again, I'll get those up here soon. And then you'll be all ready to go with those. Okay, so any event news or questions, just always reach out to me if you have any questions for that type of stuff. Moving into some just a reminder. We have had a lot of people kind of getting some supplements lately or asking me questions. So just so you guys know, if you want supplements, always make sure that you have your own. We have a supplement recurring order sheet that's always up on the front desk. You just put your name on there, let me know what you want, how often you want it. And so I just make sure that you always have it at the beginning of each month. And then when it comes in, I'll just charge you and leave it on the desk, and then you just pick it up. Makes it super easy for you. You don't have to worry about it or think about it too much. Also, what we found is if you kind of start to fall off and then you see a charge come through, you're like, oh, that's right, I need to be taking that or getting back into the gym. So, and if anyone ever asks me, I always let them know. If they ask me what supplements we should be taking, I always just say creatine and whey protein are the go-tos that I always recommend. They're just going to be the best for helping build some muscle, especially since we do a bunch of stuff in the gym to help kind of promote some muscle building and losing fat. Both of those things are going to be really good for you. There's a ton of benefits to creatine, and we have a sheet on the desk up front too you can read through. The whey protein is more of like a convenience thing. You can always eat your protein, but honestly, with how crazy life is, especially in this area and everybody with their very demanding jobs or lives, having a easy form of protein, you just throw in a shaker bottle, shake it up and go. It does make life a lot easier. So those are the two I always recommend. We have a ton more. You can always ask me questions on that stuff too. Going into some a programming notes. So I've talked to a few people about how we do programming, but maybe you haven't heard this yet, but I'm just going to kind of give you an overview of what we do at the gym. So for our program structure, our goal is always to make sure that we touch some strength training, working on body weight exercises, and we're doing cardio. We make sure that we do at least 2 of those a week. So we work out, or we have classes Monday through Saturday at the moment. We make sure that 2 are strength, 2 are body weight, and 2 are cardio, or at least those are our focuses. So we make sure that no matter what, you are getting a little touch of all of those things, right? So to make it even more specific, Monday and Thursdays are our strength days, Tuesday and Fridays are our body weight days, Wednesday and Saturdays are our cardio days. If you followed that, they will go in a cycle: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So we make sure that as long as you're coming in regularly, you should get a little bit of each of those things, okay? One day I'll make a video on the specifics of it all and why it's like beneficial for you to do each one of those things. But in the grand scheme of things, it's just going to make sure that you are as healthy and fit as you can be, and we're not missing anything that, if neglected, could cause a health issue. So that's our main focus in terms of like what we do for our programming structure. Going into this new cycle here, our main focus is going to be building just maximum strength with our very basic strength movements. And then we will do 2 weeks on, and then a third week will be kind of an off, not quite an off week, but a different or a kind of switch it up week. We want to make sure that if we're focusing on, like, say, 2 strength movements, 2 body weight movements, that those aren't the only ones that we touch. So every 3 weeks, we will switch it up a little bit to make sure that we are not neglecting other movements. So our main focus going into, say, the next like 2-ish months, 2.5 months, our strength focuses are going to be the back squat and the row, and then deadlift and bench press. So you guys will see those as supersets or couplets going forward. And then our gymnastics focus, or body weight focus, same thing, is going to be handstand push-ups and pull-ups. We're going to be really focusing on making sure that we build the strength for those. So make sure that when we are doing our specific drills in the beginning, you guys, if you don't have a strict handstand push-up or you don't have a strict pull-up, that is your main focus. We're doing strict movements. It's going to help build strength a lot better, so make sure that you really stick to it. and focus on those. Once you build the strength for both of those, then moving into like the kipping versions of them, it's going to be so much easier. It's going to be much safer on the joints as well. You'll have just more control. So that's going to be our focus going forward. Also, just a reminder of some of the options that we also have if you wanted to get a little extra work in. Honestly, these are more for people that are coming probably 4 to 5 times a week. Or say you can't make it to a day where we're doing handstand push-ups or pull-ups, and those are like your focuses. You can always definitely like hook up with a coach and do a little PT session or something like that, right? So one of the options, if you wanted to work on little extra things, is just getting a 30-minute personal training session with another coach. Just so you guys are aware of like our pricing for that is $100 an hour. So for the 30 minutes, it'd be $50, but you get focused work. I've worked with a good amount of people getting either muscle ups or handstand push-ups or things like that. And it is very nice to have kind of that one-on-one work. It does help a lot of people kind of get the technique of things down. Now, going and getting a 30-minute personal training, just know that if you don't have the prerequisite strength to do something, it might be a little tough. So we can talk about that too, if that's something you're interested in, or if you want that time because you can't make one of those strength days, but you want to like get it in. The other options are too, if again, you're coming like 4 to 5 times a week, RX Plus, which is a little extra programming that can be done before or after class that we write for you. So it's a little bit more specific. It's going to be about only 30 minutes of work. We just ask that you do it off to the side and not in the way of anyone, of course. So that is something also that you could do. That is going to be $50 extra a month for 3 workouts per week. And again, this is like if you're already kind of working out enough, we want to make sure that you're getting just the base programming in first, not trying to get too fancy with it. A lot of people can just benefit from coming in like an extra day each week. Another thing too is we can set up goal setting calls, because I know a lot of people maybe just know what they should be doing, but may just need somebody to keep them accountable. So you can always work with a coach and set up a 15-minute call each week. And basically just go over like what's the plan for this week going forward. Okay, let's map it out. Let's get it on your calendar right away. All that good stuff, right? Again, that one would also be $50 for the month. And again, it's one 15-minute call a week with a coach, and you guys would just schedule that out whenever you guys are free. So those are some extra things that we have that are available if you guys are interested in using those services with us. I know we haven't talked about them in a while just because we haven't used them very often, but there is some people that do the RX Plus or do the personal trainings and stuff like that. So if you're interested, those are there for you, okay? Next thing too, and I think going into this new year, there's always a time where everyone comes into January and they're very excited to kind of like attack the year and just like crush all their goals. Maybe they fell off during November, December, or they decided to like take it easy and then really ramp it up. It happens every year. But usually after like 2-3 weeks, it kind of starts to die down and the motivation starts to go away. So one thing that can be very helpful is just finding an accountability partner. It can be kind of key to overcoming those moments where your motivation starts to slip a little bit. So one of the best ways to stay on track is to kind of build a support system, use your friends and classmates in the Croga community. So basically you could just start by connecting with a few people, create an accountability group, text messages, or however you would like to do that. Check in with each other regularly, talk about your guys' goals so you guys know kind of like what your main focus is going to be. You can keep them accountable to those goals, and then you make sure that everyone's following through on what they said they're going to do. It's all, again, about helping each other stay on track, especially as the motivation starts to fade, right? And it'll get harder and harder as we go. Motivation always comes and goes. If you don't have anyone in mind for that, don't worry about it. What we can do, and just see, if anyone else is also looking for that, is we can like kind of get some names up on the whiteboard. Just like asking if anybody wants to be your accountability partner. Most likely it's best if you pick someone that you see regularly in class and that maybe you talk to on a regular basis. And then you guys can kind of text each other and make sure that you're showing up to the gym or taking steps to get closer to the goals that you're wanting to achieve going forward. They can be super beneficial for everyone involved. Not like everyone always has those moments. So this can be super good for not just one person in the group, but everyone in the group. Everyone faces the low motivation moments. So it is good to lean on each other and kind of make it more of a team effort. So again, if you need it, you don't have anybody in mind, put your name up on the board. We can kind of work together in finding you somebody, but you guys can help each other out, right? Because maybe you're motivated now, but maybe you'll need some help later. And then now that you helped someone else out, then they can be that person that you guys can kind of lean on each other and help each other out. Okay, so that is a lot of information, but hopefully that was very helpful for you guys. And I'll try to make sure I'm getting more of these in. Okay, if you guys have any questions, always just reach out to me and I'll help you out. Okay, all right, I'll see you guys all at the gym. See ya.